We used to play this a lot more than we do now. It serves a couple purposes. One, unless he's got very long legs like Hodge Bracing, he's not going to lock up closed guard. So if I'm here and I've worked a lot really hard to open up his legs, and then all of a sudden it fails and he closes his legs on me. Two, if I'm here, it's pretty easy for him to break my posture. With my knee up in the middle between him and I, he can't really break my posture. If he pulls me forward, he pulls me into a pass. So that's the benefit of combat base. I'm also up on one leg, so it's easy for me to drive my knee over this way or drive my knee over this way to pass. So from passing low from the knees, this can be a pretty good position. Definitely attacks. Like anything else, there's attacks in Jiu-Jitsu. And what most people are going to do is they're going to attack you by going this way. They're going to start to go nicely. And if you leave any space here, then they're going to start to put in hooks like Data Heba hooks and things like that. That's why ideally you want to keep it real close to attack. The simplest one, when I'm here, if someone's in combat base, it's just like a hand. So it's not a position where we would hang out for a long time. It's like you're going to be there for a split second to go for something else. Okay. Make sense? Yeah. It's also easier to stand, right? Already got one leg up. And I can execute this pass from the knees, or I can execute from combat base. So this is knees, combat base is this position right here. Well, I'm going to bring one knee up between his legs and sit low like this. Okay? And the benefit of this makes it harder for him for a second to wrap me up in closed guard. So he can't all of a sudden come closed guard. Okay? I'm going to swim two arms at the same time, not one, because that gives away a triangle. That's my biggest threat when I pass underneath is a triangle choke. So I just go two hands at the same time. Now if I try and lift here, and he's big and strong, it's going to be hard. So instead, I'm going to try and move myself down and get his back of his knee onto my shoulder. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to hold here and move my own body down to get his knee onto my shoulder. And once his knee's onto my shoulder, then I will lean forward. I will grab his shoulder like this, no gi, and my other hand holds his leg in the air. Why? Because if he puts his foot on the mat, he can use that to move his hips. If he's good, the Jiu-Jitsu, right? Come back. So if I hold like this, put your foot on the mat, it's much harder. And now I don't try and move my head, I sprawl. I just very slowly do a universal sprawl with his hip. The pass just comes nice and easy. What I don't want to do is try and throw his leg. Once a movement like that creates space, and you just get put back in the car. So my goal when I'm passing here is to just take away space. See how close I am to his hip and how slow I'm going? And you see my body in the universal sprawl position? And then I can just quickly just flip it to finish that pass. Okay, so just a reminder of the universal sprawl. Everybody go here. Now our weight's 50-50. I want to drop all my weight to one side all of a sudden, like when you're bench pressing and all the weight from one end slides to the other. It's here. Left foot vertical, right foot down. I want to shift my weight to the other side, it's here. Okay. Look at that pass one more time, slow. And get to combat base. Double under. I bring his leg to my shoulder. This one is hooking. I grab. If I don't grab, he can start to push me away. Just I grab. And then all I do, I don't try and pass, a universal sprawl. And connect my hip to his hip. And that passes right into a heavy cross side with no space for him. Okay? Let's try it back and forth. Go ahead. One more thing here real quick. Notice, as I pass, my knees and my hips are never going to touch the mat. All right, so I'm here. Watch my left knee. All right, my elbows are off the mat, my knees are off the mat, my hips are off the mat. And he's carrying my entire weight the whole time. The whole process. And we'll continue to once I get cross sides. Okay? So be heavy. Okay, keep going. All right, good. So now let's work the counter for this, okay? So Lane's going to go do it to me. If my butt's on the mat, it's going to be pretty easy for him to pass that way, right? Because I'm not heavy. So I'm here, before I can figure out what's going on, he's already connected and he's passing my guard. Okay? So the first thing is my hips are up. He comes underneath. I know he wants to get his shoulder underneath my kneecap. So what I'm doing is I'm not bringing my heel to my butt. I'm leaving my legs like this, but I'm chopping my heels down to the mat like this. And as I do that, I lift my hips up, and it makes my legs super heavy, right? So he goes to pummel underneath, and I'm like connecting my hips, my heels to his body. And this is very, very heavy for him. Now I can swing one out at a time and go back to where I want to be. So that's your first defense, okay? So he goes underneath, hips are up, heavy. And now I come here, okay? Goes again, heavy. I can leave the other one on if I want. Repump. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Repump. Okay, let's try. You're always kind of maintaining that distance. When you shoulder lock your hips away from them, that also makes you heavy. They're trying to pull you onto their lap. Right? Somebody trying to pass your guard, what they want to do is they want to get you real close and pull you close to them, like they're pulling you onto their lap. You pass. By keeping your shoulders extended and your legs heavy, that makes it very hard. Okay? Maybe we're here. There's all kinds of other options here. I don't want to mislead you. There's 100 different ways to prevent this pass and re-pull your legs. And each of you will find perfectly reasonable ways to do this when we drill. I'm just going to give you a couple options. Okay, so I'll give you one more option that's from a slightly different family of counters. So you have two ideas to play with. Okay? He goes to pummel underneath. Heavy, heavy. Maybe I start to feel like he's going to pull me up. He's going to get his leg to my shoulder. So I'm going to come in like this. I'm going to reach for an underhook. And I go thumb towards me, and now I grab my own hand. And now go to pass. Now it's physically impossible for him. Right? And we're kind of in a stand-up. And I can work to pull this arm out, in which case I can start to get a triangle. Or I can wait for him to let go. But as long as I'm attached to him like this, it's impossible for him to pass my guard, even if he's real strong, because we're kind of connected as a unit. Yeah. And as he goes to lift, I just extend my hips away. Okay? Now I don't want to do that unless I have to, because that movement involved me bringing myself to him. Right? Which I would prefer when he passes, going to pass be way out here. But only if I feel like I'm in trouble. He's starting to get close. Okay. Now I'll circle in and I'll take that underhook. Right. Okay. There's just two. There's a lot more options than that. There's just two that you can play with. Maybe if you're doing stuff. Okay, let's try that real quick. Go ahead. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for frequent updates, because we're updating this every week. And make sure you comment and like and share our videos. We appreciate it, and we definitely try and respond to all the comments. And if you like what we're doing and you like the material, check out SBG University, SBGU, and you're going to see a ton more in much greater depth than what you see here on YouTube. Thank you very much.